Folks, I got good news and bad news. Good news, Warriors showed what they're made of, showed they are a good team. They bounced back and beat the Hawks last night, 120-97, a game they should have won. Don't lose back-to-back games if you're a good team. The bad news, the point of today's video, DeAnthony Melton, our starting guard, is out. Yes, out for the season with ACL injury, needs surgery. Originally, they said it was a sprain. They got multiple opinions. Unfortunately, it's not as good as they hoped. It's bad, and he is out. Left ACL, test shows he needs surgery and will be getting it. He's done for the season. As we know, the starters were Curry, Melton, Wiggins, Trayce Jackson-Davis, and Draymond Green. That was what Kerr liked. The on-ball defense of Melton and Wiggins, great. Melton next to Curry, great. I have stats for you. I'm going to break down what the coaches are saying, what Dunleavy is saying, what the players are saying, what this means for the contracts, and if the Warriors can make a trade or sign a player in his spot. So DeAnthony Melton, we are so sad that you're gone. This really sucks. But you got to move on. That's live sports. That's pro sports. People get hurt. And this is live right here. Well, tape live. Randy Silver, Warriors Digest. If you want all your Warriors news daily, please subscribe to our channel. We have over 7,000 subscribers. We're trying to get to 8,000 by the end of the year. Help us get there, folks. If you're not subscribed, you don't want to miss anything daily in Warriors land. Okay, so the big thing is Bobby Marks, ESPN Insider. Golden State is allowed to file a disabled player exception with DeAnthony Melton's season-ending injury. The DPE would be worth $6.4 million, 50% of his salary. Salary is $12.8 million. However, Golden State is $534,000 below the first apron, not allowed to exceed it. Melton's an unrestricted free agent in July. A lot of words there to just say, when a player gets hurt, you can go ahead and get an exception to sign somebody to take his spot. Great. But because we're so close to the first apron and we can't go over it, we can't actually use it. So let me pull up this right here. Wrong one. Where are we at? There we go. Let me make it bigger. So if you look at the right, folks, Warriors team cap figures. First tax apron space, $533,000, $534,000. We cannot go over that. We're hard capped at that in this new CBA. So even if we get the $6.4 million exception for DeAnthony Melton, we cannot use it because this would put us over that because you still have to have his salary. It's an exception which allows you to bring in another player for the same value, but it still hits your cap figure. So we're not able to bring somebody in with that figure. So it's great that we'll probably get the DPE, but folks, we can't use it. So that means if we want to replace Melton, we're going to have to do it via a trade. And this really sucks because Melton has been balling on the floor next to Curry. He had a back injury to start. He played a couple games, had a back injury, came back against Dallas is when he hurt his knee. If you look at this, folks, let me bring it back up. 141 offensive rating, 99 defensive rating, plus 42. 2-0 when he started against OKC in Dallas. Steph shooting 75% and Melton shooting, 77%, and Melton shooting 67%. They're a great pairing. And why are they a great pairing? Because Melton can shoot threes and he's a great on-ball defender. This allows Steph to not have to guard somebody like a Ja Morant, have to guard another point guard, a guard. It lets Melton do it. Obviously, Wiggins can do it as well. And it frees Steph up to have a little bit more energy on offense, not that he's bad at defense. In addition, when Curry drives, he can kick it out to someone in the wing like Wiggins or Draymond. Then he gets cut in, he gets pushed up, and then you put it back to the top. Melton can make the three. Melton can space the floor. This is a big loss. So the question is, who potentially goes into the starting lineup? Well, let's talk about this first. Draymond Green, I apologize, foreshadowing. The imprint that Melton has made is massive on the organization. He'll have an opportunity to come back. Hopefully he decides the right thing is for him. And Steve Kerr said the same thing, that he's been in contact with Melton's agent about coming back next offseason. Obviously, an ACL is a major injury. Right here, hands up, folks. I tore my ACL in college playing college lacrosse. I came back the next season. I definitely felt a step slower. I'm good now. I do a bunch of leg days, rehab, but It definitely changes your ability a bit. We've seen it. Look at Clay. Obviously, Clay had Achilles and ACL. But NBA players, they get NBA top talent. So the question is, again, who's going to start next to... where is it at? Who's going to start? Lindy Waters started. And last night, Lindy Waters had 23 minutes, 2 of 5 from 3, 10 points, plus 16, 3 rebounds, and 4 fouls. Waters, of course, can space the floor. He can shoot. He's not as good as an on-ball defender, but if I'm looking at his stats right now, let me actually pull up the screen so you can see it, folks. Waters this season, he started 4 games, so when Melton's been out, he's been the starter. He's shooting 41% from 3, right there at his career average, basically, above his career average. He's shooting 1 to 3 a game, and he's playing 15 minutes. That will go up as he starts. He'll get some more rebounds, and he's a bigger player as well. 6'6", good wingspan, good spacing of the floor. And that's why Kerr wants him to start. He's able to be a multiple player. He can play 2 ways. Maybe not the best defender as Melton, but he can do that. The other person who could potentially come in is Brandin Podziemski. We're going to have a video coming out tomorrow about his early season struggles, so please subscribe. Don't miss that. And again, comment on anything you're seeing. But I do like Waters in that space. Maybe you push Wiggins to the 2, Kuminga to the 3, but I really think Kerr likes what Kuminga brings off the bench in his scoring prowess, his aggressiveness, things of that nature. And you need somebody probably next to Curry who's a better shooter to help space the floor. And that's kind of what Dunleavy said in the pregame yesterday when it was announced that Melton was out. His quote right here, let me make it bigger. I think our thing with Curry and Green, you're always looking to surround them with the right players. You want the best, most talented players. You're going to look at different options, call teams, pursue trades, whatever it may be, and see what you can do. We feel very good about our team, what we put together in free agency, growing within. You got Wiggins, Looney, Payton, who came back. Then you obviously brought in Melton, who's hurt. You brought in Kyle Anderson. You brought in Waters. You brought in Buddy, who's balling. And no, Buddy will not start in this. He maybe will finish the game without Melton around, but you have Buddy come off the bench when Steph's not playing. Maybe they play together for a minute or 2 in the first quarter, but Buddy provides you that scoring punch off the bench we haven't had in a couple seasons. So yes, the Warriors lost the game overall. Again, they're 11-3, not terrible at all, but losing some of your starters is tough. So the question is, who can they go get in a trade? Who could be out there? Who would they want to trade? If I go back to this, let me pull it up. Moody just signed his contract. I don't think they're going to trade Moody. Kuminga could be your guy. If he's coming off the bench, and you don't think he's worth the $35 million he wanted, then potentially Kuminga gets traded at the deadline. Who else is on a lower contract? Let me make it bigger. You got GP2 on $9 million, Looney on $9 million, but what he does rebounding, I don't think you get it up. I don't think you're not going to get anybody for Waters at $2 million. So probably GP2, Looney, probably more GP2 and Kuminga are the players that you maybe would expect to get traded. And Kerr, what he say? I feel so bad for DeAnthony Melton. 2 hours before tip-off against the Hawks. We would love to have him. He's a perfect fit in the starting lineups. And that's where he put Lindy Waters in. So, who could be out there for a trade? Zach LaVine going next to Curry. Good offense, but not the best defensive player. I don't even know how Zach LaVine's doing this season. Let's go to Bulls. Let's go to their stats. If I look at Zach LaVine, let me pull my thing up. Zach LaVine has started all 13 games, playing 35 minutes, so he's healthy, 22 points per game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.4 ratio. Pretty good. LaVine for Kuminga, that maybe is the trade that the Chicago would do as they try to rebuild. LaVine's 29 in his prime, staying healthy. That could be somebody that they bring in. Is there somebody else that you think they should bring in? Comment your thoughts. Let me know. Again, good story. Warriors win. Bounce back win. Sad story is DeAnthony Melton is out for the season. Everybody here at Warriors Digest wishes him the best. I wish you to comment, subscribe, share, and help us grow this channel, the #1 Warriors channel on YouTube. See you on the next video. It's about BP. You don't want to miss it.